Hey guys, so I'm going to be doing a video on keto. What is keto? Like, what is this keto on about? My experience, what I recommend, pros, cons, a little bit about it. Listen, I'm not a nutritionist, I don't know what it's called, but I've obviously been on the diet, so I've done my own research. I would obviously want to know what I'm doing, what I'm on, what my body's, you know. But I've got my little thing over here, my little script, so I know like what I'm saying and it's not just a mess in my head, because it's kind of hard to explain. Like, I know what my body's doing, but explaining it is a whole nother thing. And also as part of the Keto Success Academy, which I'll talk about at the end, but I obviously had like an information pack. There's also some things people have asked, so I'll just answer that. The first thing is obviously, what is keto? Ketogenic diet, which is keto, is a low carb diet. Fat is used as an energy source instead of carbohydrates. Your body's normally running on two different like energy sources. That's glucose and fat. By dropping your net carb intake to below 25 grams and increasing the fat, the body goes into a state called ketosis. When you're in ketosis, the body starts to use dietary and body fat as a source of energy. You're basically burning fat. It works out just fine. A lot of people's diets nowadays are normally high fat, high sugar, low in fiber, and, you know, processed crappy food. It's not that great. People actually seem to think that fat will cause weight gain, and it won't. Excess carbs and processed stuff does. So the process behind the ketogenic diet is called ketosis. So that's the, you know, state your body's in. Ketosis is the use of ketones, and that's what fat is broken down to, instead of glucose. So you're using ketones for energy instead of glucose. So you're still alive, living, functioning. Ketosis is literally a totally natural state, and it's occurred often during people's lives. So it's not some crazy thing of fucking up your body. Like, some people probably think, oh my god, like, no, it's okay, and it's, as I'll list later, it has a lot of health benefits. I don't see it now as just a diet, I see it as kind of a lifestyle. So as you enter ketosis, your cravings will actually decrease. When you've been on ketosis before, it can take only a couple days to a week for you to go back into ketosis. I think when you've just started, it will take maybe up to 2 weeks, like 2 weeks onwards. In regards to calories, is it a calorie counting thing? Is it you can't eat? Is it starving yourself? No. Keto is literally, you're meant to eat. Like, especially the first 2 weeks, you're going to get cravings. So it's not like, oh, you're not allowed to eat. Some people, so when you are in ketosis, or when you're meant to be in ketosis, and actually like strips, I think, and you can check if you're in ketosis. But I didn't do any of that, so I'm not quite sure. But if you're finding that your body's finding it hard to get into ketosis, or the weight's not like really budging, you can start counting macros. So like the actual intake of what you're having. This is the ideal macros that you're meant to have for people that do want to know, because I'm not a professional and I didn't really keep to this. Which, considering the results and everything, is clearly, you know, it's just if you really, really want to, or you want to be extra specific, or it's not working out for you. So 65 to 75% of your total calorie intake should come from fat. So let me give you an example. Butter, avocados, nuts and seeds and stuff, different oils, eggs, all of that. So that's your fats. 20 to 30% of your total calorie intake should be from protein. Some people keep to that. Some people have a bit more and it's fine, but some people keep to that because it, you know, may be throwing off their ketosis. 5% should come from net carbs. But yeah, you need to make sure you're getting fiber somewhere in there from something. I did this diet being a really fussy, really unhealthy, never really dieted. I've had disordered eating in the past, but I've never dieted or like be like, oh, I'm not gonna eat this. Like, no. You guys are watching this probably like, this has fibre, but whatever. There's also supplements and stuff if you know, aren't getting enough. Drinking loads of water is another key. I mean, everyone should be drinking loads of water anyway, it's really healthy, but you know, drink loads of water, because especially at the beginning, you may be going to toilet more just to flush everything out. I think mine settled after quite a bit, but yeah. Some keto pages say to have less protein, but it honestly is up to you. When you're doing keto, it's very, not trial and error, but you need to like see what works for you. I personally was fine with protein. I wasn't looking to lose like a lot of body mass, because people watching this like, oh, you're not fat, but like mine was mainly, you know, belly chub, bloating, bit of chub here and there, but I wasn't looking for a massive weight loss. Some people that are looking for a massive weight loss may find that protein doesn't, I don't know, honestly I'm just talking from my experience. So, but being in the Keto Success Academy definitely helped, because you can ask questions, etc. Again, we'll go to that next. Pros and cons. So the first pro, obviously, weight loss. That's given, and I've kind of explained how it does that, is by burning fat. It reduces acne. Yeah, it's don't know what that was, but you know, as someone who suffers from acne, I didn't know this. Like, I did know it because I read it, but I didn't focus on, oh, my acne's going down. But I guess I did have a bit better skin. I don't know, I got a pimple here at the moment. They come out to play. It was a bit better. I'm not gonna say, oh, never had a pimple, but I had, you know, at 14, I had acne. I was on the strongest medication, so I've suffered with like really bad acne. Now I get a couple pimples, couple cystic ones. It did definitely help clear up generally, so it was a bit better. But I'm not gonna sit here and, because I can't actually remember. I should probably look at photos, but these are obviously like possible. It's not like proven fact, but there's a possibility it could reduce risks of cancer, which a lot of, you know, healthier lifestyles possibly could do, because you're healthier. It improves heart health, you know, blood pressure. I actually have a high cholesterol, like a slight high cholesterol, so after I'm restarting keto again. I will mention I have been off it for 2-3 weeks, so I will be speaking about how it definitely, I can notice differences. Yeah, I'll see in the long term. I may go back for blood tests at the doctors and see if it maybe made a difference. This is another possibly. Well, some people say it does, some people say it possibly does. I don't know the science, so I'm not going to say, oh, it literally 100% does this. It could could help protect brain functioning, and this has been proven to result in concentration. I think it also, with brain-wise, definitely helps with like mental, like how you're feeling mentally. I don't know if it's, you know, that little kick of like you're losing weight and you're on a diet and you feel healthier, but I definitely did feel a lot more like, you know, I definitely feel like I pushed myself to do things I normally wouldn't. Where I'm living now, yeah, because as you go, well, I'll explain that after. That will come after. I'm literally, spoiler. Apparently it could potentially reduce seizures. Again, a lot of these things are very, if you were living a healthier lifestyle, it could possibly. So, you know, but that's a possibly. I'm not saying like, oh my god, high reduces seizures 100%. And it can also improve women with polycystic ovarian syndrome. Literally have it, can't even say it because I'm used to just writing PCOS or saying polycystic ovaries. And I'm sure also with endometriosis it can probably help. Also helps decrease symptoms related to diabetes, and that's because of the reduction in insulin production. With polycystic ovarian syndrome, it is actually a lot, like, you know, to decrease, like taking away sugar. I'll also talk about that, can help a lot. And with other things, I'll talk about my personal, what I feel like it helped with it actually related to some female things as well. So yeah. So I'm just editing the video and realised my dumb self forgot to include this topic I was going to talk about, the personal benefit. I'm going to talk about at the end, so I will just include it here. I'm someone who's very prone to BV and thrush. Obviously, I think every female will experience either BV or thrush at least once in their life.
You get BV or thrush obviously from over cleaning, tight underwear, tight clothing, non-cotton underwear. Even sex can trigger off loads of things, but also including high sugar and, you know, kind of processed unhealthy diet as well doesn't help. I listened to most of the doctor's suggestions, and, you know, it had reduced episodes, but I was still getting probably an episode of BV or thrush at least once every month, 2 months. The one thing obviously that was hard for me was to change up my diet. But when I'm on keto, I've obviously cut out sugars, processed stuff, all of that. So a couple days into keto, I actually checked my pH. And when I tell you it was doing beautifully, it was actually really good. Like my pH was like doing well in life, which was just crazy. I actually only had one episode of BV that month, and that was actually due to me. Basically, it was my own fault, and it had nothing to do with diet, nothing to do with anything. It was just my stupid actions. But other than that, didn't really get any off pH. I didn't get, you know, anywhere near to BV or thrush. So I'm back on keto now, but I'm going to keep track of it and see, you know, how it does and if it really does impact my pH and problems I was getting. It may not cure it, you know, you may get episodes in life, but I think it could reduce the amount of episodes.
But the cons, now I don't know about long-term cons, and I don't think this very likely, but I know short-term, when you do start keto, you will kind of be a bit constipated at the beginning, may feel, people call it keto flu, all of this. So sluggishness, low blood sugar, yeah, I think that's it. At the beginning, I had it wasn't really a headache, it was just I felt obviously the low blood sugar, which comes with, you know, feeling a bit lightheaded, and that is literally because you're recharging. So I'm literally the worst because I already have like low sugar levels, I already get like, you know, I feel dizzy sometimes, headaches, but it was literally for a few days, not even. You feel like that, but you're getting the nutrients to be able to function, you know, and it's about taking supplements and stuff when you're feeling like that, like magnesium, zinc, all different stuff. You need to drink a lot of water as well, because that's got all the, what they called, electrolytes, right? So the foods to avoid basically on keto, because there is foods to eat, but I'm not gonna say the whole list. I mean, if someone wants to do more of their own research on keto, you can actually what's it called, know what to eat. Doesn't come out of my mouth properly, no sentences work in my brain. So the foods to avoid is obviously foods that are high in sugar, because I feel like everything basically has sugar nowadays, but, you know, processed foods, as we said, you know, wheat, all of that, like, what are they called, grain? Yeah. You can't have like potato, sweet potato, all the potato family, rice, fruit. There's certain fruits you can have and can't, because actually fruits have certain sugars in them. So I did cheat sometimes on some fruits, but I doubt that's the worst. I don't think you can have beans. You can't have beans, no. None of the like stuff that's like diet foods, or said, I don't know, like don't have too much of the stuff that says like it's sugar free, because you can have some stuff with sweeteners, because sweeteners are actually fine. But actually alcohol wise, because I want to check about this because I still want to drink, so I know anyway from my IBS that I can't have like beer, cider, all of that, because it bloats me. You also can't have wine or, you know, sugary drinks, like sugary cocktails, but you can have vodka, I think, that kind of drink. And if you find a like sweet, like there is certain drinks that I found, like fizzy drinks, not fizzy drinks, but like sparkling drinks with sweeteners that I found that I could have, or I had like light cranberry juice, or Diet Coke. This was obviously a one-off, wasn't that great, but well, whatever. So my journey, so I lost, drumroll, I would put in a noise, but I'm probably going to be shit editing. I'm probably going to say, oh, I'm going to add this, and like, it doesn't get added. I lost 6 kg. in the month. Bear in mind, I was going through a lot personally, so I know other people in the group lost a bit more, but I was going through a lot in my personal life. I didn't have time to go gym because I wasn't really based at mine, and then it was all complicated, and I was just going through a lot, so mentally I wasn't. I did have slip-ups, not major slip-ups, just, you know, like 3 slip-ups where I had like a chocolate bar or something. It wasn't a major, like I had a whole meal, which is, you know, I don't see as a bad thing. If you have one small thing, stuff happens, it's hard, it's not easy, but do try and keep to it. So I was 65 kg when I started, which this is why I decided to start, because for my height and size and stuff, I should be probably like 58. I'd be fine at 58, 57 kg. And I'd gained, and I could feel it and I could see it. Like my belly was just, I may put up my before and after. We'll see if I can put it here. If I can't, I'm sorry, I'm not an editing pro. I'm so sorry. Maybe here, maybe here, maybe on the whole screen. Now I'm talking in the background. You don't know. I don't know yet. But either way, it was just, even the photos, I'm not gonna lie, I took photos, and I don't know if camera, like iPhone camera, was doing me justice for the first time in my entire existence, but it made me look slim overall. But my before and after, I don't think really does the justice, and I don't think it really shows the internal growth and health benefits that I got. Yeah, I definitely started with a very bloated, very chubby stomach, and it doesn't even show in the fucking photo, because I think I'd just woken up, so it wasn't even that bloated. It was very hard to start with. As I said, I am not a diet pro, I am not a health guru. Now I'm a health guru. It was very hard. I've never really dieted. I've never wanted to diet. I have never wanted to not eat. I have binge eating disorder. It is not easy when you impulsively eat when you're emotionally unstable, and you're emotionally unstable 24/7. My health conditions, I obviously have mental health conditions, which I made a video about. My primary diagnosis is borderline personality disorder. I also have ADHD, which I think this helped. I also have IBS and polycystic ovarian syndrome. Those 2 things were obviously the main thing I was gonna like look at and see if it helped. Polycystic ovarian syndrome, I don't really, it's kind of a long story, but I don't really get my periods because of the pill, and I'm choosing not to for the moment, but so I guess I won't really see the benefits now. I guess I will with bloating and stuff, because my bloating is linked to that. IBS, I was getting headaches, I was bloated all the time. I am a constipated IBS gal. Sods for TMI. I know people either have, sorry by the way if you don't like gory stuff, some people throw up after they've eaten, when, you know, they're having an IBS episode. Some people it comes out the other end, and some people get constipated. Everyone, I think, gets stabbing stomach pains. It's horrible, not nice to live with. I personally get constipated. Obviously I've had times when I don't really throw up, so I guess come out the other end, we'll call it. But that's when it's been something really severe. But it's very painful, very uncomfortable, and that mixed with polycystic ovarian syndrome. I was always bloated. I gain a lot of belly weight more. I do gain excess weight. My skin's always, my body is just always feeling, I feel 24/7. Add mental health problems on top of that. Sometimes it's hard to take care of yourself. Sometimes you binge, sometimes it's not great. And I have ADHD, which actually, sugar does not help with ADHD, which I kind of knew, but I didn't know until quite a while ago, and I think it actually helped. Yeah, so I barely eat half of the foods that was on it. I read this list like, pardon, I am going to be eating 5 things. Am I going to be starving? I'll be eating the meat, and how am I going to eat any of the things? So I don't like nuts and seeds. Like, they're just, the texture, it just seems health icon-y, too health icon for me. I've done keto, I feel like a health icon, but that was too much. I couldn't, like, I don't know. Maybe one day I'll get into it, because I probably need to eat more of that to get in certain nutrients, but I just couldn't. And there were so many things. It was normal foods, but I don't even eat normal food. For normal people, keto could be easy, but I literally eat horribly. My diet is carbs, sugars, processed stuff, oven stuff, pizza, pasta, rice, chips. Like, it's nothing normal. I barely even ate protein for a while. Like, so unhealthy. So that's the only reason why it was like, I don't eat most of the stuff on the list. It's not crazy stuff, it's literally normal stuff. It's just I'm a weirdo. And also I just, It is a lot of like, you know, start from scratch or like fresh foods and stuff like that, but I've also learned some new recipes I learned near the end, which was annoying, but that are quicker, easier, feel fat. Like, as in, they feel like that fat food when you come home at the end of the night, there in your bed, like, ready to give birth to my food, baby, like. But obviously, you're full instead of bloated, which I used to bloat, like, disgustingly. And I felt, when I used to eat, I felt disgusting. I felt, because I was eating crap, but I would feel that I'd be in a literal food coma, but not in a cute way, in a way of like, I'm bloated, I'm feeling fat, I can already feel it gaining everywhere. I feel it's just oil coming out, oil, sugar, no. So I hardly worked out as well due to a lot. So considering the amount I lost without working out, I mean, that says a lot. So I'm proud of myself. I also never keep to stuff, so I was really worried I wouldn't keep to it. But it's really true that 3 weeks of keeping to something becomes a habit. I'm now so used to it. I've even gone back to normal foods and it's not the same. It's not satisfying anymore. Doesn't make me happy. I can feel the effects I was feeling. I knew I was feeling horrible for years. Like, I knew it didn't feel great, the way I was eating, the way I was living, anything. But you really realize it when you come off keto, after being in ketosis and losing the weight and stuff and your body resetting, you notice how gross you feel. Like, was not cute. So I would obviously highly recommend. It probably sounds like an advert. People probably are, why are you raving about it? And I'm that girl. If I find out something, if I find out there's something good, there's, you know, something that could like help people, whatever, I'm there. Like, I'm there. I want people to know. Like, I want people to be on this. It could help loads of people. It could anything. Like, I want people to know about it. That's the only reason I'm raving about it. I had really good results, amazing benefits from it on it, but especially, as I said, when you come off of it, you notice even more, but you notice when you're on it. So I just went to go get food, obviously not keto friendly, for my last like non-keto kind of meal before I got on keto, even though I didn't really need it. And I feel like life just really throws signs at me, and it's just made me realize like only bad can come from eating normal, gross, horrible diet. I even was driving there and I had such a headache. Anyways, back to, I don't even know where I was. I was with the Keto Success Academy, which I would really, really recommend. I'm someone who's crappy at keeping to things. I need that support. I need to know what I'm doing. I need to be told what I'm doing. I need advice. I need everything. So it was, I think it was £20. And it included, I can't remember, I don't want to, recipe ideas, workout plans, a group chat, which was the best thing. Like, there was really nice people in it, and I found it really like helpful, and we shared ideas, what we found helped and didn't help with cooking certain recipes, everything. So that was really nice. Just the way that worked was really good. Yeah, I just like that kind of thing. I don't know how much it is with like other people, or how much people's programs are to do it, or I don't know anything about anyone else, but that's who I chose to do it with. And it definitely changed my life. Like, I really didn't think it'd have this much of an impact, or I'd like it this much or whatever when I started it. And 1 month later, we done. And it's basically a month challenge. But obviously the group chat's still there. We're still talking in it literally this evening, talking about supplements and the cheapest ones and stuff. So yeah, and it gives you like prep days and stuff like that, and it starts like just literally beginning of the month. And so the pages on Instagram that I followed and that I found ideas from was obviously Keto Bell. That's who I mainly found out about keto through. Keto Chayla, really bad at pronouncing names, so just ignore me. If I can put photos in, it will be here, wherever it will be, and I'll probably put up, or I'll just type in their handles. So definitely go check them out. And the Keto Bombshell. Now 3 of those people like know each other, so that's how I like kind of, I think it came up unsuggested because they did, and it came off my feed because they did, but they're all like really nice girls. They've done like a lot, they've come far, they have really good ideas. I just like the way their pages are running. I probably follow some other just general keto pages and with the results and all different things, but those are people that actually like personally post their own stuff. So what I liked about keto is just that I can eat normal. Like, I feel like I'm normal. So I found, I'm sure there's someone who created this before, I don't know like who, I know from Keto Chayla, whatever, I found out about this cheese wrap, and that has literally saved my life. Like, when you want a taco or a wrap or something, you want to feel fat and you just want something, and it takes 5 minutes. It takes 5 minutes to make the base out of cheese, 5 minutes to cook, like as in 5 minutes in the oven to cook, and then you just put your stuff on and roll it up, and it's beautiful. I now eat that out of choice. Even when I'm not on keto, I've been eating it. And it's actually made me realise I could live without Taco Bell, which before I didn't think I could do. That was why I just got was Taco Bell. Regret of my life, because maybe I'll do a story time. I just definitely noticed difference. Like, I felt alive, I felt human. When I ate, I felt full. Actually full, not bloated and gross and sick and then 10 minutes later I'm hungry again because it's not actual food. I felt full. And obviously you still get hungry throughout the day and stuff, and especially in 2 weeks you do get hungry, but then my like appetite decreased. And as I said, I went off it. I've been off it now nearly for I think 3 weeks. I'm hungry all the time. I'm just craving stuff and it doesn't even taste nice. It doesn't taste good. I'm getting headaches again. I forgot I was living with headaches, with pain, with... It was like, just everything felt like I felt groggy. Didn't feel great. But I can definitely notice the effects, and I would really recommend this to people for anything, whether you want to lose weight. And the thing is as well, what I didn't want to have is one small decent thing to me is that I have meat on my bum, right? I don't really lose weight on my bum, but I was scared if I starved myself and I was that type of end of the diet. If you're just losing all body weight, like, I didn't want to have like no bum, no thighs. Like, I like having, you know, meat on the good parts, your boobs, bum, thighs and everything. It feels like you lose where you want to lose. And especially if you're working out. If I was actually working out and I was doing weights, I think if you want to burn, if you're burning more general fat, you can do more cardio. But I was just avoiding really doing I was doing a bit of cardio to warm up, but then more weight stuff. And if you want to burn stomach, you're doing crunches, all different things. But it's not just weight loss. It's not just, as I said, to me, it feels like a lifestyle now, you know. And you can do keto with your vegan, vegetarian, lactose intolerant, obviously gluten-free. But like, if you're gluten-free, it's great. You're like perfect for you. If you have IBS, anything, even celiacs, you could do it with any kosher, halal, anything you have, you can fit into this diet. Like, I don't know personally, because this hair's really pissing me. I don't personally have any dietary requirement. I mean, I have IBS, but here I am not caring. And I actually found I was triggered by dairy a lot, but when I'm on keto, for some reason the dairy doesn't react as much. And I don't know if that's because I'm not as much crappy stuff and it's then fine, because it's like, in the bigger picture, it's not as bad. But obviously if you're really, really sensitive, I wouldn't. You can have dairy-free options. A lot of stuff is like, you know, coconut milk or oil or butter or almond milk, butter. Like, you know what I mean? Like, as a substitute. So if anyone has any questions or they want to know something personally, or any recipes, if you want to know a substitute for a certain food, because I've now found a lot of substitutes. If anyone has any questions of how to make a recipe better, like, because you know when you read a recipe and you try and make it and it doesn't turn out how you wanted it, or it doesn't taste like good, like it tastes like health, and you don't want it to really, you want to feel normal. And you do with most things, but obviously some things, when you're having substitute, it may taste a bit less, like, you know. But if anyone wants to know anything, do message me or leave a comment, anything. Here I am doing a long video, like, I know how to edit, so let's see how this works out. I hope I've gotten everything. I think I have. I will look over, maybe I'll add some little bits if I find. I'll be on my bed literally editing, like, hi, I forgot this. Just in my phone. But yeah, I may do some other videos. As I said for time I was going to do videos. Never happened. Yeah, leave comments if you want. I'm not, you know, not by force. Share this, subscribe to my YouTube. I always say that as a joke, so it's so weird to be saying this, and it's actually going to go in a video. And yeah, just look out. I may be your local YouTuber. I may have some interesting stuff coming. I know some people are just like, oh my god, shut the fuck up. And some people are like, yes, preach, girl, I want to hear more. And some people just like hearing different things and real things, and I'd say I'm fairly like real, normal, neutral, open, the whole shebang. So yeah, I will possibly see you in the next video.